Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. What's up, my man? Can you hear me, Arlington?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. Can you hear me?
I can now. How's it going, brother? Oh, I gotta sit back. I'm in a different location today.
Where are you today?
Huh?
Where are you today?
I'm in a secret location.
Oh, that's your story and you sticking to it?
That's my story. I'm sticking to it. How is it going, my man? It is the XFL show. OD Jerdy Johnson's in the building, the birthday boy. So, Arlington, where do we start at with all of this?
I don't know, man, but I know one thing is I'm having a whole bunch of trouble with my laptop. My laptop is ready to go kaput on me right now because I'm talking to you.
Right.
So, I mean, it is what it is at this rate. Hey, there I am. I can see myself now. But I guess what we could discuss is we could discuss, hey, the hiring of Anthony Blevins, right?
That is true. We have that. We could talk about the new show that just started, the Hello Sandy. We have the Fang Gang out of Vegas, done by Jersey the King, who's right here and said, "How are you guys? We're doing good." First and foremost, Arlington, let's talk about our lovely sponsor. No, it's not my birthday. My birthday is not until September. But let's talk about July 29th out at Wild Sun Winery and Brewing Company. They are having their customer appreciation that goes from 12 to 5. That is on Joe. Oh, Arlington, I just ate and I feel like I'm going to vomit in my mouth. But anyways, that is July 29th from 12 to 5. If you're in the St. Louis area, it's a 20-minute drive. 25 minutes southwest of St. Louis. And then the big event, Arlington, we're doing the X-Fan show and B-Hog Live fan appreciation. Everything is starting to get into the works. You'll be seeing things about that very soon. That's September 9th. So come on out. We're going to have the commemorative glass. And you are going to have that. And we have something very big coming from B-Hawk Live. And we are going to be raffling away 2 pairs of tickets to the home opener for the St. Louis Battlehawk game. So that's on September 9th. Everybody keeps saying happy birthday, A-Train. Wasn't your birthday a few days ago?
Tuesday. That's cool.
So why I mean,
keep on coming. Hey, my birthday never ends. That's what that means. My birthday never ends.
What?
My birthday never ends. That's what that means.
No, that's not how that means. That's not what that means.
Yeah, it's exactly what it means. My birthday.
No, hold on. I'm going to do something real quick. So keep going, Arlington. Keep going. Look, there's my picture now is of Arlington.
Why are you stealing my picture, man? That's right.
I don't know, bro. That's just the picture you gave me, bro.
At this rate. Man, we got so much going on. It's been a lot of craziness. You look frozen. No, I guess not.
No, who's frozen?
Nobody.
Nobody's frozen, bro. There we go. I was hoping that would. Hoping that could make it louder, but it doesn't. For some reason, my headphones are not working, and that's pissing me off too. So
they just freaking suck. That's all.
Do what, bro?
They suck.
That is true. They do suck. Life does suck.
No, I didn't say that, but okay. Yeah. But anyway, hey, shout out to everybody that's playing Monopoly Go. If you're not playing Monopoly Go, go ahead and have some fun with that. Hey, I'm very heated with the game though. It's given McMillions. If you've seen the documentary on Max, it's giving those type of vibes.
I have.
I'm trying to go out there, and it's how you got those playing pieces for Monopoly. Remember how you used to get those? Yeah. You try to everybody used to have, somebody had Park Place, and you were hoping that you was gonna get Boardwalk so you can win $1 million. That's what
never happened
right now. That's what it feels like. It feels like I will never get the pieces that I want, so that way I can get all the rolls. I can't get it.
Right.
Anybody got some rolls?
Well, Russ asked what happened to B-Hawk Live last night. Well, Amanda and Daddy Ed left town yesterday, and that's why we did not do the show yesterday, if everybody must know. That's why there was no B-Hawk Live last week. They were supposed to leave today, but they ended up leaving a day early. So, yeah. That's what happened.
Gotcha. So that's why you're at a secret location tonight, right?
Right, exactly. But anyways, Will Freeman says right here, 16 players from the XFL St. Louis showcase were invited to the combine. That is true. There were 16 of those guys on there. And John, that's exactly what we're getting ready to talk about right now. The thoughts on Anthony Blevins. Arlington? You know, Dirty is like, I'm never wrong. Hardly ever am I wrong on anything.
Say what?
I'm never wrong. This is the first time the XFL has proved me wrong.
Oh, on coaches? Yeah.
On coaches.
Yeah.
Like we were all thinking it was going to be somebody from the inside. Why would you bring somebody from the outside in? And then what do?
They went and got somebody from the outside.
They got him from the outside, and the dude just happens to be a doctor.
But he was an assistant over with the New York Giants. So I mean that is a big, huge plus.
That is true.
So I look at it as, hey, not only can he help you with your game and playing football, but you can also get your tape back up and get you back out there in no time.
Right. Well, I mean, look, you want to talk about a guy who has direct influence with the NFL is Dr. Anthony Blevins. He literally, I mean, look, you say you have this working relationship with the NFL that the XFL has, Arlington, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I mean, look, like right here, yeah, look, I mean, I kind of figured since this is the league of opportunity for not just players, but for coaches that want to be head coaches. Oh my God, I just threw up my mouth again. Anyways, yes, that is the God's honest. Oh, dude, I just had this quesadilla burger.
It sounds fantastic, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, also phenomenal. And Will says the coach also played for the original XFL for the Birmingham Thunderbolts. Look, we've been preaching this, and this is what we love so much about the XFL. If you guys watched the show on Tuesday, you saw that we had Lacobe Tucker on. Correct. Great dude. If you did not go and see that interview or did not watch that show, please go back for Tuesday's show and watch that show. Was a very good show. Kid brought in, told us a lot of different things, and just a really good interview. But this is the League of Opportunities, as we see, right? Now, with the hiring of Blevin, you are bringing in a guy with NFL experience and NFL direct coaching ties to the league. Right. Jersey the King says, Arlington disappeared on me. But Jersey says, I think Blevin will take the culture of the team next year. The Vipers may be in the XFL championship next year. We have the roster. Now we have the coaches. Ooh. I don't know about that, Jersey. I love your enthusiasm, bro, but I just don't know about that one at all. I don't know where our
I think I just lost Dirty for a second, but yeah, he was talking about having
what's up?
Blevins in.
Oh, there you are. Hey, buddy, what's up?
Now you can't hear me properly, I bet.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, so that always right here when you say the coach also played for the original XFL for the Birmingham Thunderbolts. That's always cool when you can bring somebody over from the original XFL, the OG XFL, and bring them in. I know I heard Dirty say something like that of the sort. Which I understand. This also, John, you got a guy in June Jones who's done the job. Maybe he doesn't want to do the job anymore. I don't think he wants to be over the entire team. He just want to run the offense and make sure that the offense is ran to perfection. And if that's what it's all about for him, then cool. But
all right, well, here,
really
Arlington
wants to do head coaching job. He did that. He did that already. With Houston back in 2020. So I think he's done with that. Arlington, so he probably would have threw his name in the hat very easily.
Right now, Arlington, can you hear me?
Are you muted?
No, I'm not muted. Can you hear me?
I don't know what's going on with his microphone.
Hold on. It's working. Can you hear me?
I think Blevins will take the culture of the team next year. It may be the XFL champ.
Can you hear me now?
I don't know. Like, I understand what we had with the Renegades this past year. It took 3 games to get Luis Perez in. And
can you hear me? Arlington
jailed after that.
He can't hear me.
Can't even hear you, dude. Like, I really can't.
You can't hear me. Everybody else can hear me, but you, bro.
They probably now try it.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I got you.
Everybody else, look, I want to go back to something on the Jim Jones comment, right? Didn't June just get in a little bit of trouble?
He did.
So maybe that's why he didn't get the job, because he got in a little bit of trouble. I'm not saying that's the truth. I'm just saying maybe that's why he didn't get the job with the DWI. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that was why. I mean, look, who said it right here? Flame Man says maybe that, Bevins will bring the Brian Doball offense with them. Hey, listen, it worked for the Giants. They did very well with it this year. I mean, they do have a quarterback in Hundley who could do it. Maybe.
But are they going to do that, or is he going to be Jalen McClendon the guy?
I mean, listen, I think McClendon could run that offense. Maybe it will finally show. Martavius Bryant will actually finally show up.
Well, the reason why he could show up is because a lot of them he was double teamed. Like, come on, man, don't do this.
Oh, come on, man. We're not gonna go. We're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. No, we're not. I'm not gonna go there. Martavius did not decide to show up and play.
Don't do this.
Maybe he will. Maybe he will.
Don't do this, Dirty.
Hey, listen. Jay Peasy was double coverage, and he was still making plays. Josh Gordon was double coverage. He still made plays. That's all I'm saying.
Don't do this.
Just saying.
Don't do this, man.
Listen, as much as I love Vic Beasley, guess who didn't show up either to play?
Why
Vic Beasley. But then again, was it Rod Woodson?
Why are you doing it?
Could it have been Rod Woodson that been the problem?
No, they did have issues with their offensive coordinator. Yes, they did.
That is true.
I get that. Dwayne Taylor was only there for 4 games. So
yeah,
there was an issue there, right? And of course,
Rod
Woodson is just there with Rod Woodson a lot. If that was the case, then Terrell Buckley was in the same boat, and he had a worse record than the Vipers did. But guess what? They got more competitive as the season progressed.
Who did?
The Vipers. Excuse me, not the Vipers, but the Guardians.
That is true. They did. That is true. They did. You're right, John. Don't want to hear about being double teamed if you're a superstar. You're right.
Whatever.
Just saying.
If I recall, Jeff Bidet was more open than Martavis Bryant.
And look what happened with Jeff Bidet. He showed out and played.
Because he was open.
So I'm just saying.
He wasn't double team. But okay.
Just saying.
Say what you're thinking and thinking that that's just going to be the case. No.
Hey, I mean, listen, Josh Gordon was double teamed. That dude showed out. He was triple teamed.
4 receivers that can
I don't care.
Ball. See, exactly. You don't want to go with that.
Josh Gordon was double teamed. I remember one play. Josh Gordon had all 11 defensive players lined up on him before the snap and still caught a 60-yard touchdown and juked and jived all the way through to score a 60-yard touchdown on 11 players. So I don't want to hear nothing.
Yeah.
I've proven my point. Martavis Bryant did not show up. Just saying.
What point did you prove? You didn't prove it.
Just saying.
Talking out the side of your neck. That's all you're doing at this point.
Martavis Bryant didn't show up. That's all I'm saying.
That's horrible, man. Hey, anyway, but at the same time, man, you can sit there and talk crazy like you've been doing in this whole show. But Martavis Bryant was getting double teamed a bunch.
Yes, I know they had receivers who ran 4.2s or 4.3 speed. I get that. But when you have one guy who has all 11 players lined up on him, no other players were lined up. They were all lined up on Josh Gordon.
This crap, man.
All 11 players. Go back and watch the game.
At the XFL Brahmas account right now. Exactly. Yeah, I'm going after San Antonio's Brahmas account. Sitting there talking about, hey,
11 players lined up on one player. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. Guess what? Shut up. Anyway, with the XFL Brahmas account, they decided they wanted to go and talk a little trash about the very first game of the season and say, hey, you want to see some highlights, some pluses, you can come see our highlights, and then you can also see the full game. Well, if I recall correctly,
they lost.
They didn't win. Exactly. They lost.
Losers.
Had pretty much had the game won for 55, 56 minutes of that ball game, and they lost.
Yes.
So miss me with that.
That's right.
Hey, guess what? You know what? I will shout out you to XFL and for them to put out the games in their entirety. They're putting them out on YouTube. So
yeah, that is cool that they are doing that. I really do like that they are doing that. It seems like, Arlington, now mistake me if I'm wrong, but it seems like, breaking news, nobody cares, but I think now that a certain individual might be gone from the marketing department, that the XFL is actually starting to care about their fans.
How do you figure?
I don't know. I'm starting to see more stuff on social media being put out by the XFL. I'm starting to see at least something every day XFL related by the XFL. Maybe this new guy that they hired, Joshua, whatever his name is,
Josh Acella or Sella, however you want to,
is actually doing a really good job.
Okay, John says that they were vastly underfunded last year. Were they underfunded or were they putting it in the wrong areas?
Exactly.
I don't think they were underfunded.
Not at all.
Put it in the wrong area. Like, you had the whole Jersey fiasco for one, right?
Yes.
You had you didn't have, let's say, advertisements. Usually when you have advertisements, they will vary a little bit, right? They'll have maybe 2 to 3. You have probably one big advertisement. Again, you know what? And you're supposed to put that. Because
but here's the question. Did they really put it in The Rock's reach? Did they? Because they didn't really utilize The Rock like everybody thought they were going to utilize The Rock. And Arlington, if you recall on this show, what did I say they were going to do? I said they're not going to use The Rock like everybody thinks they're going to. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, now read this question from Mike because Mike always got something great to talk about. So read that.
Okay. So it says here, McLeod Bethel Thompson was granted his USFL release, presumably to go back to Canada. But what if he doesn't? Suppose the terms aren't met between the two sides, or it's just a one-year deal. Maybe he comes to the XFL.
Ooh.
I don't know. That means if he's going to play in the XFL, he's got to steal somebody's spot. Would that be San Antonio?
Well, okay, you say that, but let's look. Seattle right now don't have a quarterback at all in their room.
Okay.
I mean, if you're San Antonio, right? I mean, okay, let's break it down, right? So let's go from the East Coast to the West Coast, right? So the Defenders, they only got King in their court right now, in their room, right?
Well, right now,
we're just going by right now. We're just going by right now.
He hasn't signed.
Who?
Te'amu.
Well, no, yeah, he signed with the he signed with the Minnesota Vikings.
No, see, that's what y'all missing.
Well, that's true.
But he didn't sign.
Terms, that's right. That's true. But okay, look, MTB is a slightly above average quarterback.
He is, compared to what they had over in the USFL for New Orleans, he was good.
Right, but let's
he worked out, but he didn't sign.
Okay, I did. I corrected myself. But so let's really look at this. In Orlando, who do they have in Orlando right now?
Quentin Dormady.
Okay. I'd put him in there with Quentin
Dormady, starting quarterback.
I'd put him in there against Quentin Dormady to see if he could take the shot, right?
No.
So now we come to St. Louis. Right? They have AJ McCarron, so we know that's not going to happen. AJ. Now let's go down.
Not going anywhere.
Who?
Nick Tiano's not going anywhere.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yes, they did release Flowers in Orlando. But let's go down to Dallas, right? They have who do they have? They have Perez.
Yep.
Unless he gets signed, Perez should be your starter, right?
Kelly Bryant is the backup.
Kelly Bryant's the backup. Now let's go to Houston.
Okay.
You got Cole Silvers and you got
Cole McDonald and Brandon Silvers.
Right, yeah.
See, and that's what you're hitting on. The TD versus INT is met. Exactly. It wasn't all of that, but guess what? That's the same thing with Ben DiNucci. So what you're saying is you want to replace the same mess with the same mess again. Is that what you're telling me, Flame Wingman? Is that
look,
fits well in a Seattle offense?
I think he could fit well with that, with the way that he plays, compare him with DiNucci plays. I think if anything, his best bet would be to go to Seattle. That would be his best bet for MBT. Would be go to Seattle?
We've been looking down the line on quarterbacks. I think the Vipers are going to really look at the two that they have with Jalen McClendon and Brett Hundley. I don't think they're going to change anything with that. I'm trying to think. We had all the North and the – so let's see. The South, we said Orlando, Houston, Dallas, Arlington, and San Antonio.
Really, who's in San Antonio? He could go to San Antonio, but I don't see that happening.
Right, because San Antonio already has 4 quarterbacks on their roster.
Right.
And so we talked about this beforehand. And shout out to Patrick Ruffino. If you haven't followed him, make sure you go to Pat Ruffino of Analyze and Educate. He goes into deep dives about those quarterbacks. But one thing that I seen with that was Jack Cohn's name still on it. Remember, he was an invitee with Seattle and San Francisco.
Hold on, listen. I got to give a shout out to Pat Ruffino, because the showcase was here in St. Louis, right?
Right.
And I reached out to see if I could cover it in St. Louis, but I was told media like us wasn't allowed to cover it. But somehow Patrick Ruffino got in there and covered it, and did some really good jobs. So go over to Analyze and Educate and check out Patrick Ruffino's interviews that he got to get on the field when, they were told that media like us wasn't allowed on the field, Arlington.
He actually got to do one with you.
He did do one with me. That's why I'm giving Pat a shout out.
Yeah, he got to do one with you, man. And you had a good one, man. Very entertaining. If you ain't gonna check it out, make sure you go do that and analyze and educate on YouTube. Also, I'm trying to think of the quarterbacks that we have right now in the South. We mentioned Houston with Cole McDonald, Brandon Silvers. People thinking that Brandon Silvers is going to get released. I don't know at this rate. I know they got Lindsey Scott from Incarnate Word, so that could also be a part. And who knows what's going to happen with Caleb Ellaby at third string if he gets the axe as well. But they do have a quarterback room already there as we speak. Let's see, San Antonio with the 4 that we mentioned. We also mentioned about Arlington's quarterbacks. Let's see. In the North, we got Vegas, St. Louis, DC, and I'm missing one.
Seattle.
And Seattle.
But so see, like here,
the best bet at this rate.
Flame Man says that
what's up?
I wouldn't sign him there either because of Frost and Montez. Look, I mean, listen. I mean, he could fit in Seattle because of the way that he played. He plays like DiNucci played. So he could definitely fit in Seattle. Of all the teams, Seattle would be the team that he would fit into the best.
At least his stats said that. I don't know if that's how he plays as a quarterback. Because I didn't see a lot of mobile from Bethel Thompson. Didn't see that. So I saw the most, he would make good throws and then he would make terrible throws. Right. And had New Orleans in position to potentially knock off the Birmingham Stallions, but as you can see, they did not, because the Stallions remain champions. Yeah, exactly. And right now, Scott got the rights. I mean, the Roughnecks has his rights due to the draft, so we'll see what happens with that. But if that's the case, you're looking at another quarterback that has some mobility and definitely could potentially give Cole McDonald a run for his money. Let's see here. Cone's actually good in the second half. Only injuries will stop Cone. Just don't feel Cone is a starter. A lot of people felt that, but San Antonio did. As much as we want to sit back and be like they didn't feel comfortable with him, Hines Ward.
Hines Ward did, because that's who Hines Ward went to the majority of the time was Jack. Listen, you can say what you want about Jack Cone. I think what hurt San Antonio was injuries. That's what hurt that team on offense. Injuries. That was the thing. And look, and as we'd said it all this time, listen, the Battlehawks can be favored to win it again. Like people are already starting to say the Battlehawks are favored to win it because of AJ McCarron, right? What happens if AJ McCarron gets injured? What happens if he's out for the entire season?
I get that.
I mean,
I don't disagree to that.
You really going to trust Nick? I mean, this is anything. Like, let's say that Jordan Ta'amu got hurt. Does that DC team really go 9-1?
I mean, you would have to make De'Aaron King more of a passer. I mean, and he has
exactly
throws where he was that guy, but you also remember he was a small guy, so he was hard to stop.
That is true. Here again, prime example. What if DiNucci got hurt? Would that team would Seattle went 7-3?
I don't think like you said, DiNucci played every snap
except one. One snap is all he didn't play.
Who went in? Montez? Was that Montez that went in for that snap?
Montez. Hey, listen, John, you were right that DC's O-line was a blessing, but again, you're talking about taking probably the most beneficial position in the XFL, the quarterback position. I mean, we've seen it even in the NFL. The main quarterback goes down. How good does the team do? Think about it. If AJ, I mean, look, when AJ went down, they barely won that game. They couldn't muster up any offense the game that AJ didn't play. I mean, so you take away Jordan Ta'amu. I don't think they go 9-1. You take away, I mean, look, in Orlando, how they had that carousel of quarterbacks.
Right.
Same thing in San Antonio. I mean, if any team got hit more with the injury bug, it was San Antonio. They had more players on the injury report and injured throughout the season than any other team. Yes, Michael, put that one up there by Michael. That Jack is a true rookie. It takes time to progress and fit into the professional game. I completely agree with that. As the season went, Cone started doing better. Jersey, I mean, listen, man, you're giving Vegas an awful lot, but
it's going to take a lot of cleaning up with that team, man, to get it back in order, because they have an offensive coordinator problem. They had a head coaching problem. Granted, they did bring in Anthony Blevins to remedy that particular situation, but I don't see right now them being battlers of the North, man. They still really going to be bottom feeders. Don't get me wrong, man, because you have to remember Seattle, St. Louis, DC, and that could have went anyway. That could have went anyway. It could have been. It would have been DC. We got to remember San Antonio had them beat, right? Also, Seattle had a little bit, but they couldn't finish it off. But my thing is, DC could have went 8-2. The Battlehawks could have went 8-2 if they beat Seattle. So that could have went either way. Seattle could have went 8-2, and
yes,
Vegas had really no shot. It's going to take some time for them in this upcoming 24 season to revamp and get it in order. And I'm hoping that Vipers fans are patient, because it's going to be a different team. It's going to be a different squad, different leadership, but they have to buy in. And that's what I think it was dirty for Vegas. They didn't buy into Rod Woodson.
No, and they had a very talented. If you look at paper, they had a very talented team, but I don't think they bought into Rod Woodson's philosophy. Right? Same thing with Orlando. I don't think Orlando truly bought in to Terrell Buckley's system like everybody thought they did. And again,
I agree with that, because the first five games weren't the best. They were still finding who's going to be the quarterback. If you look at every team, even DC, if you look at the first 5 games, DC was probably the only team that had it together. Just DC, not Houston, and you could say Houston per se, but DC had everything working at once, whether it was offense, defense, and special teams.
DC did look like the most complete team that there was all year but again, we've seen it. I mean, you're right. The shocker was that Abram Smith, that is a shocker that Abram Smith has not gotten a workout. I agree. But what we've also seen is, and I'm going to go back to it. Like, I guarantee you that when we had Jordan on the show and we talked about Luis Perez, right, with Jordan, right?
And Jersey, that's what I was going to get to. But you're right. You pretty much said it, that they got better as the season went on.
Yeah, but I mean, if you really look at it, a lot of teams got better as the season went on. Right. Vegas never gotten better. To me, and I love the Vegas team. I love the Vipers. But Vegas never really improved. To me, it looked like Vegas digressed.
Yeah.
Digressed.
Or regressed. They regressed.
Yeah.
They didn't progress. They regressed. And
yes,
so
Vegas definitely had structural issues. Definitely.
Yeah, they really did. And it made it look bad. See, because even case in point, even with Orlando being at 1-9, and the game that they did win was against DC.
Yep.
That was a moral thing. Think about it. Cody Latimer did well. Charleston Rambo did very well. When they had Dormady, when Jermaine Martin had the ball, he was doing well. And that's on the offensive end, right? And so those guys were looked at as pillars for the Guardians. And I really think that next season, you better watch out for Orlando. 1-9.
I agree. You 100% agree. And I agree right here with what Michael says. Right here what Michael says with the Vegas coaching staff. Resetting the coaching staff can significantly change their culture and their outcome. 100%. I mean, listen, I think that the hiring of Blevin, look what they did. Look what they did with in New York in just that 1 year under that head coach.
Under Gilbride. You talking about back with under Gilbride, right?
Yeah. I mean, they changed that entire organization around. I mean, the guy that they have now, who was his name? Who's their head coach? Who's their head coach now?
What are you talking about?
The New York Giants.
Oh, you're talking about the Giants. You're not talking about, I think you're talking about XFL related.
No, who's the New York Giants head coach?
Brian DeBoli.
DeBoli. Bevins worked directly with him. Look how he changed that entire culture. He's going to do that in Vegas. But I don't think the players that he has in place with Vegas are the players he's going to want and it's going to work for his system.
And it's going to take time. It's going to take time.
Like here, guarantee you. I know I sit here and I've shit on Martavius Bryant, right? I love Martavius Bryant, but I can guarantee you this. You put Martavius Bryant on the Battlehawks, you put him with DC, you put him with Seattle, he's a different type of player. He would be a different type of player. That culture, everything in Vegas was just a problem. Like I know somebody said right up.
I would disagree about the Battlehawks because the reason why I say that is I understand I'd said before on the show that Anthony Beck wants receivers, right? But he also wants blockers. I didn't see a lot of
listen, I would take Martavius Bryant, even though he played like dog poo-poo, right? I would take him every day over No Hands Butler, who dropped 80% of his passes. Dropped 80% of his passes. 80% of his passes.
They're making up these stats. And you do this a lot too. You
do
this a lot with your
look it up right here.
Reasoning. You do this a lot with your reasoning to make you think that you're right.
So Juan asked, he goes, do you guys think with players playing in Cashman that had a lot to do with the morale effect?
Because it's the smallest venue? No. Because there have been fans that played in smaller venues than that or playing in front of smaller crowds than that. This is about them wanting to play the game.
Yeah, right here, Kevin. Right. No Hands Butler can't even catch a pass that is directly in the numbers. In the numbers. 88, and he still can't catch a pass.
So basically, what you saying, you and Kevin are saying that he should have led the league in receptions and yards the way that he should have played, right? That's what
listen. All I'm saying is this: when you have the ball thrown to you 700 times in a game, you're eventually going to catch a ball. Okay. Now listen, you watch any game, Butler. Listen, Akeem Butler wasn't a beast. Listen, he played good, right? I'd give him this. He would catch some impossible catches, right? He would catch some impossible ones. But when he was in single coverage, the ball was in his chest. He literally dropped it like it was a butterfinger going down his throat.
Guess what? We get to watch every game, or at least many of the games this season. I'm going to give a pass for Butler in them first 5 games.
I'm not at all. No.
Listen.
He's a Battlehawk. He should have played better. He should have had respect. He should have had respect for the sword and the wings.
You didn't even have respect for the sword and the wings. So what are you
talking about? I got the tattoo. I got respect for the sword and wings.
That's because of a stupid bet you made. and you had to uphold your end of the bargain. You didn't give a crap about the freaking Battlehawks. You just faked the fuck just to make sure. Oh, see, I'm telling some of the truths now.
Yeah, right here. See the nooch. Right here. The nooch.
Right. That's what you was sitting there all over was the nooch. You could care less. You sat there and shot it all over AJ McCarron, man. You didn't care for AJ. Just for the simple fact because he went to Bama. That was the only reason.
Right, that's the only reason, because I can't stand Bama. But I am a Bama fan this year because I'm wishing the best of luck to Miles McVay from East St. Louis, 89 blocks, baby. 89 blocks. Miles McVay is going to be a top 10 pick as an O lineman.
He got to at least get 3 years in, sir.
He'll get 3 years in. He's going to be a top 10 pick.
We hope so, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate the Brahmas. Hey, we didn't even get to do this, and I feel bad for it. This show is sponsored by Wild Sun Winery and Brewing Company. Of course, we're broadcasted through the X-Fan Legion Studios. This is the X-Fan Show. I am the A-Train. That idiot over next to me, as always, is the resident himself. Who? Oh, now you're not speaking today? That's dirty.
Oh, dirty. Oh, I thought you were doing it. My bad, dog.
I was giving you your.
My bad. Oh, here goes the queen. Listen, here she is. Here's the queen talking her stupidity. I don't even know why she's on. I don't even know why she's even on here. Moron. She's an idiot. Idiot.
You know, wow, that's why I love you, man. Because
idiot.
I don't get it, man.
Her mouth is like battery acid. It slowly burns your brain away.
Yeah. So you.
And her favorite player is Jared Allen from the Minnesota Vikings.
Just keep talking about it. One bit of news I was surprised by was that Perez requested trade from the Vipers. Interesting.
I'm not. I mean, listen. Look, if you're sitting there playing with a team, right? Okay, and they're garbage, you're gonna want to get out of there. Okay. Perez they didn't fit Perez's system. Listen, like Jersey says right here, Arlington has a great chance of going back to the championship game. A whole season with Perez and Stoops, that's going to be dangerous. You're damn right that's going to be dangerous. I honestly think right now, God, I look like Shamu beached up on trying to get some food at SeaWorld right now. Jesus. Look at that barrel. Look at that barrel I got now. Look at it.
Hey. Nobody needs to see that. Anyway, shout out to those that are over at the HBCU Showcase, DC, Atlanta, and you ready to come back in? Okay. All right. Thank you.
Oh. See, some people like it, Arlington. You know you like it.
Oh, hell no. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I mean, the glare of my belly is about as bad as the glare on your head.
Uh-oh, my man, call us back in.
There's Colin, Roughnecks Revenge Tour coming in. Well, then you better get rid of Wade Phillips.
With ourselves here. With who?
You better get rid of Wade Phillips.
Because my man Trevon Mason is gone, man. He's now with the Orlando Guardians. I feel bad, man. Like, dang it. I'm sitting there looking at the transactions this go around, man, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, are we serious, man? He was my guy. He was my guy for real, man. I liked him on the defensive line because he had probably one of the funniest touchdowns during the season on defense. And it was against San Antonio.
You know, John, I've heard that. I've heard that the people in Iowa kind of do that kind of stuff all the time. I hear they're just nothing but a bunch of corn-eating rednecks up here.
What? Is that where you are?
No, that's not where I'm at.
Okay, you say so.
Huh?
I said, if you say so. Well,
you say so?
I will say that Vegas to Dallas, Vegas to Arlington has been something interesting as of late because of Jamar Summers, cornerback for Vegas, has now been added.
Oh, here's battery acid talking again. Let's kick her out of the studio, Arlington.
I'm not banning her, man.
I'm going to delete her comment. I just deleted her comment. I don't have time for that.
And then, of course, I saw see if Silvers isn't our starter, we have a chance. Wow, why is everybody dogging?
Wow, everybody hating on Silvers.
Why is everybody hating on Brandon Silvers, man? Listen.
Well, because he's kind of got the Bo Callahan complex. If you really think about it.
You have let the mayor influence you that deeply on Brandon Silver, man.
Hey, listen, I like Brandon Silvers a lot, right? But the dude's kind of got some issues in the brain, I think.
God.
I mean, I think the dude seriously got some issues in his brain, bro.
Wow.
I think he actually might have a touch.
Oh, Lord. I felt bad with hearing the Juan pass didn't turn and got released.
Yeah, like right here, what Ridge Rocker said right here. He couldn't hit a wide open receiver, right? Listen, watching Brandon Silvers as the season progressed was like watching Lamar or what's his name? What's his name? God, Jamarcus Russell throw a football that couldn't hit the side of a barn 2 feet in front of him.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so yeah.
Yeah, my whole issues with your phone today. What's going on, Marco? Good to see you, man.
Happy birthday to Marco's woman yesterday.
Oh, okay. And that's what we're gonna say here at this moment.
Well, I saw her. It was her birthday, so I just say happy birthday to her. I don't know what her name is.
Speaks when he got pulled from a playoff game. Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
They were looking for a spark, and he didn't provide it.
No, he didn't. God bless effing America.
If we get Kirkland back, Silvers would be fine. Colin. Man. We'll talk about that on the Rough 'em Up podcast, which is also part of XFL Legion. Hey, a shout out to, I like Dirty had mentioned at the beginning of the show to Jersey the King, also part of the Legion. They've got a show called The Fang Gang. Make sure that you tune in. It's currently on YouTube. Make sure you go to the Gridiron podcast for all the shows that comes up with anything Vegas Vipers. He'll have that covered for you. Make sure you check out Horns Forward every Monday and Friday. And then make sure you check out B-Hawk Live every Wednesday night.
Well, don't forget Smoking Guns either over on Pro Football Alliance.
Smoking Gun. And the Smoking Gun.
Right.
Wow. When Kirkland went down, they couldn't figure out the offense. I really do believe that. They could not figure out how to, because they also just released Cedric Byrd.
Whoo, man.
Roughnecks.
Arlington, I just dropped a deuce in my pants. It smells.
I don't care.
I'm just saying.
Dude, you make Tony Kornheiser just like, dude, he's like amazing.
Bro, it's smelly, bro. It's smelly.
Yeah, you know what? And we're gonna make sure you can just say that to yourself. Whatever, man. But yes, Jonte Kirkland, man, has been fantastic. And then right after that, they just couldn't find any answers to that with Deontay Burnett, Cedric Byrd. They could not find ways to get them utilized. It's like when Kirkland was out there, they were able to be utilized, but then they had to become number one and number two, and it just didn't work out.
Right here. And look, John brings it up right here. If San Antonio finds that chemistry in the old line, right? But they had more people on the IR than any other team. That has a lot to do with it right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, Marco, yes, we do know that I am stupid. And Kevin, yes, I did drop a deuce, not a nooch, in my pants, and it smells bad.
All right. Let's see. Like I said, Javon Mason. They had a lot of releases since June 21st, man. I'm like, wow.
It seems like, okay, is it me or does it seem like half of the league has been released?
I can't say that half the league's been released.
I know we can't say it's half, but doesn't it seem like it's half?
It seems like a lot. It does seem like a lot.
Yeah, it does.
Getting moved, and I wish the best for all of them, and I hope they do get, second opportunities, or the league does, decide to relook at them and they come on back through. And I would love for them to make a mark in the XFL as they're trying to get to the next level. Thank you so much, Tim. Thank you so much. Appreciate that so much. Did you say Deuce or Nooch? I wish he was saying Nooch at this case, but he didn't.
Right, yeah. No, I didn't. I said Deuce.
All right, real quick. Shout out to XFL board. They had a recent article, and I think it was by Greg Parks, about seeing current NFL quarterbacks that will make good quarterbacks in the XFL. And I know we've had this conversation too. One of the names that keeps coming in my head is Josh Rosen. I want to see him in the XFL because I want to see what he really can do. Because if you think about it, that's how we got to really see AJ McCarron, right?
Right.
And there are other third and you look at third and fourth string quarterbacks the most, and they had it through different squads. I cannot find it for the life of me. On
so Tim wants me to do a card trick, Arlington.
Are you gonna do that card trick?
Which one? Which one do you want me to do?
You're not gonna do that now. When we got 5 minutes left,
all right, we got 5 minutes left. I'll do a card
2
trick.
2 minutes left. You can do that at the end of the show.
Okay.
Josh Rosen, even Cam Newton. The thing is with Cam Newton, Cam is what? 34, 35?
Listen, I would love. Listen, we've had this conversation to nauseum, right?
But guess what? They're out there though. They're out there.
They are. Cam Newton, Josh Rosen would be great in the XFL, right? Would be great players in the XFL. Listen, a lot of people don't want to hear it, and they're going to yell at me, and they're going to say, Dirty, you're an idiot, blah, 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 blah. No, I'm telling you, Kaepernick, this league would be great for Kaepernick. Bring Cap into the league. There's a lot of guys that I would like to see on a lot of these players, right? There's a lot of them, okay? And I think that some of these guys that have been sitting on the bench, and you're right, Cam might not play, but listen, did we think AJ McCarron was going to play for that kind of money?
He said he wanted to make sure that his sons got to see him play.
Hell yeah. Look, if you want to play this game and you want to get your name and you want people to show that you can still play this game, why the hell would you not go to the XFL after you've made a buttload of money in the NFL?
Because they think they can get more. And I'm talking about the guys that, they would rather, and it sounds like that many of them rather hold a clipboard than to go out and play.
I mean, listen, let's not get it twisted. Chase Daniels has made a very good living holding a clipboard.
And see, he's one of them. He's one of them.
So I'm just saying.
And so, like I said, some really have that love of the game. And for AJ McCarron to trust in that process, it was big for him and showcased that he still can play the game. May not play it in an NFL uniform, but he still can play professional football in a professional setting.
Uh-huh.
That's what he showcased. So they had some quarterbacks featured. One of the names was Anthony Brown, Josh Johnson, Nolan Henderson, that was released from the Baltimore Ravens. All right. Because right now in the quarterback room, they have Lamar Jackson, Tyler Huntley, Anthony Brown, and Josh Johnson. This is as of last week, July 3rd. Jersey says if he can't get on the XFL roster but still wants to play, why not play in the XFL? I'm telling you, Cam Newton feel like he's too good for the XFL. He feels like that. Like that's up here.
Right, yeah, exactly.
I don't want to. He don't want to deal with that, and that's fine. He don't have to, because that ain't his. If that ain't his lane, he don't need to be in that lane. And honestly, a lot of folks will want him unless he. Like I said, it's all about a love for it. That's what a lot of these guys are at, is playing for the love of the game still and showcasing that they still got it. So that's why we're here. That's why. God, I hate saying this. Minor leaguers are playing baseball to show that they still got it. Those that haven't got in the league yet. Yep, exactly. Baseball. They're still doing it because they love the game and they still believe they got a shot of getting into the next level. Because I hate that that's how we use the XFL these days, but because it's in the spring league. But it'll be, see, here's my thing, Dirty. This would be different if the XFL was lined up with the NFL. You get what I'm saying? I do. I get it. If it was lined up with that, they played 10 games during the year from September to November or whatever, I get it. Right? And then you can bring up guys when it comes to November, December. That is my mindset of a true minor league, because those are guys that want. Even if the USFL had did it during that same period, that is a true minor league, because that way you can just bring up guys whenever you're ready to. You don't have to wait through training camps. You don't have to wait through invitations or whatnot. You're just going ahead and just bringing them up. That's a sign of a true minor league.
Right. I agree with you 100%.
That's what
you know, like John says right here, Cam is still trying to get a starter's job, right? And he should be a number 2 at this point in his career. And you know what? Maybe he should be. Maybe he should be. But I mean, look. If you want to do where the XFL is the place to be, right, for these players and stuff like that, maybe even, look, I mean, again, I've said it before. If you're a 6th or a 7th rounder, right, or a 4th or 5th rounder, right, and your agent says, hey, you got a better shot of going and playing in the XFL, get you some more tape on underneath your belt, and then we come back and re-enlist into the draft next year, right? I might do that.
So you thinking that they could get a second chance at the draft? By that time,
maybe
it don't make any sense to get redrafted.
Well, that's true too. So no, I mean, if you're a guy in college, right? You're a guy in college, a senior in college, right?
If you don't get drafted, then I can understand that.
Yeah, see, you're right. Tom Brady, that's all I'm saying. You're right. Tom Brady is an anomaly. So, all right, Arlington, we got 4 minutes left. We've talked about a lot of stuff, right?
That we was able to get across, because I'm going to get to that quarterback thing, but not tonight.
Not right, all right. So I'm going to do a trick. I'm going to do a card trick for you, okay?
This is
look, look, I'm covering. Look, here's my hat, right? Okay, Arlington, you ready? You see it. It's a regular deck of cards, right?
Bring it down just a little bit. Yes, there it is.
Okay. So you just tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay. You want this card or this card? You want this card, right?
That card. Yep, I want that card.
Okay. So you see it.
Y'all see the card, right? Yes.
Okay. You see the card, right? Nobody say the card. Okay, now ready?
Your eyes closed in the midst of this too?
Dude, I can't. I got my hat on. Look, I said it. I said it, right? Okay, now I'm going to cut the deck. Now I can look, right?
You can look because the card.
Okay, I'm going to cut the deck. You want me to cut it again?
Yes.
You want me to cut it again?
Yes.
Tell me when to stop cutting.
Stop.
Okay, you ready?
Oh, wow.
What?
No, some on TV.
Okay. Look, here's your card. Ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Now, watch this. You ready? Your card is on top. Ready?
Yep. Nope.
Dang it. I messed it up. Oh, well.
You want to know what it was, or you want me to say, you want me to stop?
Go ahead. What was it?
It was the 10 of clubs, sir.
Oh, what? Oh, you know what? You're absolutely right, because I just found your card. It's hard. I've never done the trick. I've never done the trick with my not being able to see. So
cool.
So yeah.
Cool B. Yeah. Nice
oh, okay.
try.
You ready? Look, I'll do it again. You ready?
We're not going to do this twice.
No,
man.
one more time. Ready? Look. You saw it's a regular deck of cards. Tell me when to stop.
All right. Keep going. Go a little faster. Stop.
You want this card or this card? I got to do it like this. Hold on. Wait. Let me do this. Let me go to 2 more cards, right?
All right.
Do you want which one of these 2 cards do you want?
I'm seeing you lifting them.
I'm not lifting them, dog.
The one on your right hand.
This one.
Yes.
You want that one?
You saw it. I know. I just see you look at it.
Dude, I didn't look at it. Really? Did not look at it, bro.
I don't even know what the card was. You numbskull.
Oh, you're right. You don't. Idiots.
All right. Hey, folks. Thanks so much for tuning into this edition of the X-Fan Show. Dirty with his ridiculous card tricks that never worked. He did give me one. I'm not going to lie to you. He did give me once.
All right, here. I got one for you, right, Arlington?
Thank you.
Look, you see that it's a regular deck of cards, right?
Yes.
Okay. This is how I'm going to show you how connected we are, Arlington. You ready? I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to pull out 4 cards right now, right? All right. One more. Okay. Here it is, right? So now what I want you to do is I want you to we're going to take a small cut, right? Flip it over. So just like that, right? Then we're going to take a deeper one and we're going to go like this. Flip it back over, okay? Now watch. So you could have had all these cards, but now watch. Here's the card you got. Now I'm going to put my hand on my head. Remember, Arlington, I said I'm going to make a prediction. Did I not?
Mm-hmm.
This is your card right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can say what your card is.
Mm-mm.
Okay, but remember, you see your card?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to put it down. Now I'm going to show you what my 4 cards are. Oh, damn it, I messed up again.
Mm-hmm. That's what that means. Exactly. That hit it.
Idiot.
Hit that nail on the head. Thank you so much for watching. See y'all. Get rid of your card tricks, man. They're dumb. They're dumb.
Stupid. Idiot.
Dumb.
Jump off a bridge.
Good night, everybody.
Leave us alone.
Make sure you subscribe. I promise you won't do no more card tricks.
And this is make Dirty look like an idiot show instead.